What's going on, guys? It's the 92 Addict. Welcome back to the channel. And today I am very excited. I'm not even out of uniform. Like, I came straight home as soon as I got off and the package is at the front door. As the title says, I'm putting the two-step a two-step relay on my 335 IS, and I'm excited. Hopefully we see some flames, but this isn't gonna be really a DIY. I mean, I am gonna record me putting it in, but I'm not gonna like go through the whole how to do it. Just heads up, this is future me from the one you just saw. This is a DIY. I did actually do the DIY tutorial, so I said screw it, and I actually gave a detailed installation, so I tried to do the best I could. But yeah, I'm gonna open the package, then we're gonna go downstairs and we are going to put this in and try to shoot some flames. All right, so I'm gonna attempt to not put any of my personal information out here, but leave that to the side. This doesn't have anything on it. Get that open, and there it is. That's all that's in there. Nothing else. You don't get instructions, like I said. You get downloadable instructions, but I have watched a tutorial on how to do this like 3 times over already, so it's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, this is $30 on Burger Motorsports website. It's for N54 jb4, automatic or manual, I think. And it should be pretty easy. It's a plug-and-play system, so I should have the tools to do it. So I'm still super self-conscious about talking to a camera in front of people, and I live in apartments, so I'm over here hiding behind my hood, talking to myself, talking to you guys. So the first thing we're gonna do is unplug the battery, like working with anything electrical in a car. So we're gonna go do that real quick. So I removed this. I know my trunk's horrible, and we're just gonna unhook the negative off and sit it to the side so that the car no longer has power. Off to the side like that. No more power. All right, I know I said I wasn't gonna do a tutorial, but I guess people will watch it. So first you're gonna take this off. I already kind of pulled it off, so it wasn't clipped in, but put that to the side. So we are going to need the main jb4 module, which is right here. We're gonna unscrew the USB connection or Bluetooth connection that runs through here. Just 2 screws on the side. I'm gonna use this super small, if we can get it to focus, maybe, yeah. And take that off, the small screwdriver. Small flathead. Oh, almost forgot, let me get my magnet tray, just in case. The best investment, magnet tray. It literally just, it's a magnet tray, so when you have bolts, they don't fall out anywhere or go any crazy places. All right, we got that out. Now we're gonna undo these bolts or screws right here and right here to take off this plastic casing. Again, just using a little flathead to get these out. Be careful because there are nuts on the back, so I like to put my finger there so that when everything is said and done, they don't come out. All right, so we have this exposed. All right, so now we have this exposed right here. So these are numbered on here. You can see it. You're probably not gonna see it on the camera, but we have 1 through 5 on the top, and then 6 through 9 on the bottom. So we're gonna take the white cable of the relay and we're gonna feed it through slot 7. So I'm gonna take this here, find slot 7, which is on the bottom, and make sure I get it in all the way. Push it in all the way. Alright, it's a tight fit. I want it to go, you want to make sure it goes all the way out like the rest of them. So. Yeah, so you want to give it a nice push so that they're all equal. But slot 7 is that one to, if you're looking at it, to the bottom left of the middle one. All right, so this connector is all done. So I'm going to put it back on, obviously do it in reverse order, and then we're going to move on to the other cables. Of course I dropped something. Always. Luckily I have a magnet and didn't drop that far. Alright, so now we're gonna disconnect this right here. You're gonna take this one here and you're gonna do slot 8 inside. They have numbers, so find slot 8 and find slot 8 and then pop this open and then slot 8, you're gonna pull that one out, just kind of wiggle it. I think you have to push. Looks like you have to push down on a little pin. So make sure you have a screwdriver, and then yep, push that down, pull this out, and then you're gonna take the blue and black connector, female, and you're gonna put the male into that you just pulled out. Push it on there, kind of wiggle it. There we go. Yep. And then I'm gonna cover it up with some electric tape because it is an exposed wire. Yep. Make sure that's all covered. And then we're gonna take the red and we're gonna put that in to where we just took slot 8 out, right here. So it should slide right in and snap. There we go. And then put this cover back on like that. And 8 goes to 8. Pop that back in. Then we're gonna tuck all this back down where it goes. That in. Put those on. Probably not. No, it's not on this side. Here we go. And lock it. I'm gonna reconnect the power. Make sure that's nice and snug. Don't want that coming off. All right, so I turned the car on, make sure jb4 and everything's active. If I didn't say this already, make sure that your jb4 is up to date. And then I'm gonna clean up all the little tools I set here. And then also, I don't know if I mentioned it yet, I'll throw in a little clip, but I put these air scoops in. I don't know how functional they are, but they look pretty cool, pretty easy. I'll pop that clip in now. All right, so it's currently the 5th of January. My intake scoops came really early, and I just got off of work, and it was a package at my door, and it's kind of dark, but I got them in there. Essentially, you just pop this off. If you don't have the airbox, I don't have the stock airbox. You pop this off, screw here, you pop that out, all that comes off. You put them in, pop them, there's a little groove, push that, put this back on, push the pins in, it secures them, put this back on, then they're in there. You can't see them, it's a little dark, but they're in there. So hopefully they at least put colder air in here. I normally run about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than whatever the outside temperature is if I'm driving moderate to aggressively. It's extremely simple. Comes a little how-to paper. So it's not really worth making a DIY, but I will be testing if they actually do make my air intake temperature colder, which that's what I think they're supposed to do. So I'm gonna finish putting this in, and then you'll go to future me and we'll be testing them. But nothing left to do now but go and test it. I'm picking up my friend so I can get some exterior shots, see if I shoot some flames, but right now we're just gonna go and make sure it works, because I can't do it now because I don't want my neighbors to hate me. So next time you see me, I will be in somewhere there's not people. So I hope you enjoyed that clip. Got a couple flames, which is cool as hell. It doesn't shoot flames every time. I've been playing with the settings. So maybe I can find where it'll shoot flames every time. I don't know. I don't want to fuck my turbos up, so I'm not gonna do that all the time, but it's really cool. I think I might go for the rolling anti-lag because that just seems really, really cool. Also, on the way, I stopped in Mexico and there was a group of Chargers and I raced them, and it was the new wide body. The wide body 392, I think. I'm not really big into Chargers, but had a nice little race. I won by like half a car, so I don't know how much horsepower those have, but that thing was fast. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, one more thing. So I have inlets and a charge pipe also coming, which I'm gonna do an install DIY on that. Those are coming in this week. I'm also gonna go to the Cars and Coffee, first one of the year. Should see some Lambos, Ferrari, maybe a 720S. He comes sometimes, a few GTRs, and then a whole lot of BMWs, hopefully. Hopefully nobody left. So being in a military town, sometimes people just disappear. Also, I have 1,000 views on my first video and like I think 30 likes, a bunch of comments, some good criticism. I don't really care. All criticism is good criticism. I learned some things, but I appreciate all the love and support, all the subscribers. I went from like I think 2 to I think 35 now in the matter of like 2 weeks, I think, which is crazy. And then like 1,000 views on one of my videos, and my other one's almost to 700. That's insane to me. I've always wanted to do YouTube. I tried gaming YouTube for a while, and as soon as I got my 335 IS, I was like, I want to do car stuff. So I appreciate all the love and support. If you're not subscribed, which like 93% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that like if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more. But that's all I got for today. See ya.